Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Howdy.
I realize that I'm kind of like off center on my camera here. It took me a little while to get everything resituated after last time I streamed when we were doing the magazine thing. So things might not be perfect. So let me know if there's any issues.
My name is like way over yonder.
It is a little bit. It is what it is. I can fix that a little bit. I'll put it right there. We'll do that.
Did I shave, or are you losing your mind? I did shave. I mean, I am usually relatively shaved in videos, but when I am not shooting a video, I tend to be rather lazy about shaving. I do not consider. I mean, maybe sometimes it looks like what you would call a beard, but I do not consider myself to have a beard, even when it's been like 2 weeks since I shaved. It is not intentional. It is just the physical manifestation of laziness.
Well, you're gonna be shooting video tomorrow, so that's the main reason.
Yeah,
you do it, right?
probably tomorrow. Yeah, so yeah, so I like to shave like a day or two before shooting, because like the underside of my neck tends to be kind of sensitive, so it like. Sometimes I get like red marks after shaving, so I like to give that day to heal when possible.
Right. Let me know if the audio levels are equal. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it a little bit. I changed a couple of little things here and there after the last stream that I did, so we'll see if it hopefully didn't hurt anything in terms of my workflow. So the new episode came out this morning, and the reaction has been a lot more positive than I was kind of expecting. I sometimes, this is something I probably talked about with you doing this like months ago, really, and it's been something that's been sitting to the wayside in case I needed something kind of quicker and easier to do.
Right, because it was a topic you were really excited about,
right?
But like, as you say, this is ROM hacks for people who don't like ROM hacks,
right?
and neither of us are really too big into ROM hacks, and even these, like, there were definitely some I was interested in, but I just like couldn't even really muster the interest to really do a lot of research for it. So like, it kind of ended up being almost totally your episode.
Right, and that's that's fine. Oh, we got a $2 Canadian from the NES Master. So you excited for the new Lion King movie? I was very surprised it's actually.
I have not seen any of these live action remakes of the Disney classic cartoons.
Yeah, I mean, I
want to say I think I heard that. I could be mistaken on this, but I think I heard that Aladdin was better than people thought it was going to be. The trailer didn't look great, I didn't think.
For Aladdin?
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it looked bad, but it's been doing consistently well.
Yeah, I mean, I think I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was always like that. That was a movie that came out when I was like the target age for the major Disney animations. So I have always had a bias toward Aladdin in terms of the Disney animations. I haven't watched the whole thing in a long time, but I've always liked it. So
yeah,
but yeah, the episode, doing really well. We thought it was going to do well, but like you said, like the reaction has been pretty positive. We knew there was going to be people saying, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't look at this or look at that." The biggest one is Mother 3, which, originally I was thinking fan translations weren't even going to be in this episode because that's just like a category. I mean, those are, in a sense, the most useful hacks. But that's almost a category unto itself. So I was actually surprised a little bit to see you even tackle them at all. But the thing is, like, Mother 3, like, that's like so obvious. Like, everyone knows about that. But a lot of people don't even know that Treasure of the Rudras is a game, and it looks like Final Fantasy VI with battle animations. And it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's like a game that more people need to know about. Everyone knows about Monkey 3.
We got another donation. If you want to scroll up from
yeah,
the landlords.
from...
Is it the you think it's Landlord Chicago? Maybe
maybe
the Landlord's
so.
Cheat.
Have you ever checked the pass-through on PlayStation VR? I feel like there's slight audio lag when watching movies. I actually haven't tried that.
I could see that happening. I watched a little bit of what do I have? I feel like I have Avengers: Age of Ultron with a 3D Bluray.
Oh, you've got the 3D Blu-ray.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it used, and it had like a regular Blu-ray and
just to
3D.
test it out. Does it work okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not something that I would like choose to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious. Were you able to play that natively on the PS4 itself, or did you have to plug another device into the PSVR?
Nope. I mean, it plays and just like goes through the headset. Yeah, I didn't have to do anything. Well, what I'm like, one of the ones that was left out of this episode is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Complete, which is
Did you honestly, even know?
I didn't even know about it. It's like a lot of this stuff is.
I didn't either.
I guess when it comes to Sonic hacks specifically, there's just so many that it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why I wouldn't even get onto your radar for a topic like this.
Right, and I mean, there's not really any, like the Mario 3 is really the only Mario, or the Mario World SA1 also. But I mean, there's not like a lot of, there's no Sonic hacks. There's only like those two kind of very quick Mario ones, because there's a whole bunch. But I mean, so based on the reaction to this, I've already put together a list of like at least 20 to 25 more hacks that people are saying, oh, you should have shown this, you should have done this, for like an eventual follow-up video. And this is on it. So I'm going to play Sonic the Hedgehog Complete.
And you don't even know, do you even know what the difference is here?
Well, there's a lot of little differences. If you kind of go in the options, so I gotta be up front.
Oh, this is 2013, so this is actually nothing new.
Right? Yeah, I was very surprised when I saw that too. And the research that I did on it said the last release was in 2013. Oh. So there's a lot of different things. A lot of they reordered the zones. How they are supposed to be, I guess. Integrated like the difficulty from Sonic Jam. There's a lot of different things, and I gotta be straight up with everybody. It's like I am not a Sonic 3 expert. I really don't know. I beat Sonic 3 by itself like years and years and years ago, but I've never beaten Sonic and Knuckles, which might be. People are probably gonna I'm leaving right now.
My experience with Sonic and Knuckles, I mean, our regulars should know that I am not a big Sonic fan, and really you aren't either. Like, because you like me think Sonic 1 is the best, although Sonic Mania is probably better.
Yes, exactly. I like Sonic Mania. I like Sonic CD a lot.
I do want to play Sonic CD because it strikes me as a Sonic game for not Sonic fans.
Yeah, well, it's more similar to 1. So I don't know if people in the chat are saying like, should I play the actual Sonic 3 Complete? Or you can play. I see. So you can actually play Sonic 3 by itself, Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic 3 Complete, which I assume is the entire.
Just go for Complete, because I don't think it's not like you're going to get to Sonic and Knuckles anyway, but you may as well just start it that way. Obviously, people want you to play Complete for some reason. But my experience with this game, with the Complete thing, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, was on a backloggery stream. We were asked to play it for a stream. Or my bad, a couple of streams. And it is so freaking long. Like, it is so long. And Sonic and Knuckles gets hard. Like, just for someone who is not that used to Sonic. Like, you know, the way I always put it is the language of Sonic has always kind of mystified me. Like, what hurts you, what doesn't hurt you, you know, what is okay to hit while jumping, what is okay only to hit while spinning up. Like, it's the you know, like Mario is like fire bad, spikes bad. You know, touching you know, on the sides is bad. You know, it's clear, never deviates from that. Sonic, I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong that the rules are inconsistent, but it's just never been conveyed that clearly. But
Nope,
you
we
know,
got like
wow, we just got 20 Sweden bucks.
Ooh,
I don't
thank you.
know how many that is, but thank you. I guess it's 20. That's from Johan Jurkvist. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is there a message with it?
He just said here's 20 Sweden bucks for you.
Well, thank you.
I didn't know this. I didn't know that Sweden didn't use euros.
Oh, gee, there it goes. I hate. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Blue Sphere.
Yeah, I really liked the mini game in Sonic Mania, which I saw something. For some reason, I thought that was like an original thing, but that's based on something, isn't it?
Isn't it based on Sonic CD? I think.
Is it CD?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Or was it like Chaotix or not Chaotix?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's Sonic CD.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was original because I was like, oh, it's supposed to be like, what if it was, you know, like the Sega Saturn minigame? Here we got $2 from Aiden Kane saying this ROM hack is epic. I have it on my RetroPie. Well, so. I mean, maybe can some people in the chat maybe give us a quick highlight list of what is awesome about this? Because I mean, I've played Sonic 3 and Knuckles more recently than Coury, but I would not be catching any differences, and I don't really know if he would either. I mean, people are saying quality of life hack, but what? Like what over the course of the gameplay is noticeably different? Bug fixes. Different sprites, different level options, palette choices for levels. I mean, is
this generally considered like
the way
the
Coury
best?
playing it basically just vanilla Sonic and Knuckles?
What?
I'm asking, is the way that you're playing it basically vanilla?
No, I'm playing the. It's like I'm not playing it without the hacks and stuff. There's all that stuff is in there. But yeah, everyone in the chat was saying, please play the complete version. So I mean, it is what it is. Sorry if my Sonic 3 knowledge is obnoxious to some of the people, but you know, I'll do what I can with it.
We got a $1.99 from Franklin Brown.
Oh, thank you.
And you know, we were kind of burned by a similar note on a donation before, but
yeah.
He wants to say hello to his brother Sam. So that sounds harmless.
Hi, Sam. Thanks for watching. Oh, I gotta continue. I feel like I have to concentrate very hard on these.
I am surprised though that you've never played through Sonic.
Well, I mean,
Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I mean, here I don't think I finished saying what my experience was. We were fighting Robotnik's final form on the stream. I mean, it was a co-op stream, and he was blowing up.
And he died.
Died somehow. I forget if it was like the clock running out, or something else hit us, or we fell off the stage. I don't know. He was blowing up. He was dead, and it was our last life.
So, like, were you just like, forget this?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was late anyway.
Yeah.
So we beat Robotnik, but we did not see the ending. So I don't really know whether you could call it beat or not, but you know, I kind of felt like as much grumbling as we did about the game, I kind of felt that was a fitting end. We beat it, not really.
Yeah.
It was, you know, the game, you know, giving us the middle finger for one last time. That was, it was appropriate, I guess. It's interesting to see so many comments for this, because you know what I feel like I heard about people talking about for a long time in terms of their favorite ROM hacks was there were a few comments on this episode about a Mega Man 3 improvement of some kind.
Yeah. I have
The one that I heard a lot about a few years ago that people just seem to talk about all the time, I don't know if because if it was new or what, but there was a Mega Man 4 hack that I don't know if it's so much an improvement. I don't remember the specifics, but it sounded to me like it kind of changed a lot, like it added stuff. Like, maybe I'm crazy in remembering this wrong, but I almost feel like it has like an escape sequence or something like that. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I don't know. I always have had a soft spot for Mega Man 4 because it was the first one I owned. Of course, that was well after its day. But like when I rebought my NES, got back into the NES.
I saw a couple of donations pop up there.
I want to pick a random Mega Man game that I never hear anyone talk about. Like, I don't want to get like 1 or 2 or anything like that. I got 4.
I feel like I saw 2 donations pop up.
Oh.
I think one of them was someone saying, "Please tell us how you got burned." And there's another one.
Oh, well, one was Franklin Brown again. Thank you. It was some stupid thing of someone hiding a racial slur. In the name.
And it was, you know, it was the very
apparently
end of the
it's a thing that you know people know about, but we didn't.
Yeah, it's just a name.
Yeah,
that's
all we'll say about that. But Aiden Kane gave another $5 saying Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favorite, and this made my day. Well, I'm happy we could do that for you. You know, I feel like I don't know if it's accurate to say that it seems like Sonic 3 and Knuckles is more popular these days than Sonic 2, but it's certainly, for a long time, it was always Sonic 2, Sonic 2, Sonic 2. That's all everyone, you know, just like with Mega Man. People only talk about Mega Man 2 being their favorite, you know.
Right.
That's how it is. And for a long time, it seemed like Sonic 2, that was just like the answer for favorite Sonic game. And I don't know if it's just Mega Man or Sonic 3 fans, like, becoming more vocal or feeling like their voice isn't being heard. But I do feel like it's always Sonic 3 and Knuckles. that I hear people being.
I could see Sonic 3 and Knuckles being more of a favorite for people.
Yeah, I mean,
more of a
I guess,
complete experience, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic 3 on its own, I can see that being considered not that spectacular compared to Sonic 2, certainly. But like the complete thing is, it is. I mean,
it's very complete.
It is. It's a very complete, very good send off for the Genesis Sonic games. I mean, it is a big game. There's a lot of just stuff that happens over it, just tons of variety. You know, even though I find myself personally very frustrated by the game, I can certainly understand the love it gets. I mean, it's a very elaborate game.
Well, it's been a very long time. Oh, geez.
Oh, we got $2 from Frank Yeager.
Oh yeah, Gray Fox
He
himself.
got see because of us, and he loves it so much. I'm glad to hear that.
Can you believe that we convinced Gray Fox to get a OSSC? Yeah, he installed it in his armor probably. What does he say? He's like, the pain I feel hurt me more. Sorry, he probably hears that all the time.
There's a road like a mile or two beyond my house called like Gray Fox Road or Gray Fox Lane or something. Sometimes when I'm by myself driving past it, I go, Gray Fox.
Oh, jeez. How am I dying like a million times on the first boss?
Oh, we got another 5 from Aiden Kane saying, but this is the best part of his day because his left Joy-Con just got Joy-Con drift. You know, my Joy-Cons, both of my Joy-Cons, left and right. Well, is drift a different thing? Is that just like this analog stick, like not centering right
maybe.
anymore? I
don't know.
But mine have always had like that. I've just never got around to fixing that. Both of my Joy-Cons though get the interference.
Tails is so obnoxious right here. He catches up to me and then he immediately stops, so it just keeps on skidding.
I can't believe that the Switch is as old as it is, and they still have not released like a pair of Joy-Con colors that I want.
I hear ya.
Like I was like convinced. Like
I specifically went that way so that I would like would fly backwards. What the heck is going on?
I was like, within the first year,
what in the heck?
There's going to
I'm embarrassing myself here. It is not that hard. Like, I don't understand why I was having such a hard time with that. How does that happen?
But yeah, I thought for sure there was going to be a color pair within the first year that I liked. There's just nothing that I like. The one thing that I saw that like kind of tempted me was that there is. I mean, I don't even have the game, but there's I think you might have to buy a console. I don't know if they sell this separately. Maybe they don't sell it separately in the US, but there's like an Eevee and Pikachu colored Joy-Con pair. And I don't want that pair, but I really like that brown Eevee color. Like, just kind of makes me almost think of like a wood-themed Joy-Con. If you could get left and right of that brown, I would be kind of into that. There's something it just disappeared. I don't think it was in the super chat, so you might have to, or in the stream chat. So you might. There was a Migs Luna with $1.99 saying show and support. Are you using the analog Mega SG? Are you?
I am not. I'm using the Genesis, the actual Genesis, but I'm using the Abido.
M30.
Yeah, the
M30. 2.4 gig.
Yeah.
Or G, whatever. Are you playing on your childhood Genesis, or you recently got a Genesis 2 or 3 with a
No, it's a Genesis. It's a Genesis.
Or not triple bypass.
It's a Genesis VA 6.8. I think is the audio.
That's what you're playing on now.
Yes, but it was recently modded by our friend Firebrand X, who put his double mega in it, which has both sound chips in it. He took the Yamaha out and also put oh geez, I'm gonna hang on. Come on. Okay. It has. He took the old Yamaha chip out and he put a one of the later ones in it. So, and I can actually switch. It's on a switch, and I can switch in between them essentially in like real time. It takes to go back to the Yamaha. It takes like a few seconds, or maybe like a half a second for it to switch.
Well, I think we've missed a couple of donations. Can you bring up the? Oh wait, there was a $1 from False Icon with no comment. Thank you very much. There was also a $1 from Spaz H2O, and there was a long comment on it, but I don't think it was in the chat.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and bring it up. Sorry about that. Let me put that right here, and I can actually keep an eye on it then. Just a moment.
While you're looking that up, there was also a $10.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, from Evan Magoon. Saying, before I saw your videos, I had all my old consoles hooked up to composite. Now I have my SNES, PS1, N64 going to S-Video and Genesis to HD Retrovision, 32-inch Magnavox CRT, and he loves it. Thanks.
Oh, nice.
You know, I think my uncle might have used to have had a 32-inch, might have been a Magnavox? I don't know. That was a nice big size of TV that was like not completely unmovable, like a 36 inches, but it was fun to like bring my systems over to play on that.
Okay, so the comment from Spaz H2O said, "Hey, do you guys ever play Hidden Gems? One of my favorite games from last gen was Singularity. It was a first-person shooter developed by Ravensoft. It's got almost no publicity when it came out. If I sent you guys a copy and brought it or bought it on Steam, would you stream it?"
I feel like I've heard of that.
Is that the one? That's not the one where you can make the ground rise or sink in, is it?
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's the one.
I think John might have been talking about that game just the other day. Or no, is it Fracture? I think
that might be Fracture that I'm thinking of.
Fracture is what John was talking about.
But I mean, I would certainly be open to streaming it. I mean, streaming on a PC isn't. We're not really set up. At least I'm not set up for that. I mean, I'm sure I could.
I mean, it can be done. It's not my preference. I prefer to play on a console. But I mean, certainly our computers are more than beefy enough to play it.
Yeah.
We got another $2 from Aiden Kane.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you again. And he said he got the Yarn Yoshi amiibo today. It is nice.
Oh, is it the big one or is it the smaller one? Like somehow I ended up with all three colors of the Yarn Yoshi because my daughter was like obsessed with that game, and you know the one that I got came with the green one, and then she wanted to get the rest as we saw them when we were out.
I forgot about the big one.
Yeah.
But I got the green one with the with the first release of Crafted, or not Crafted World, Woolly World as well.
I feel like this is like a lot harder.
Amiibo for sure. And previously he said that this was us playing this was the highlight of his day. So I feel overwhelmed that we could provide a higher highlight than getting a yarn Yoshi. There's also $5 from Oliver Gingold.
Thank you.
First time watcher, or long time watcher, first time live watcher.
Ah.
You introduced me to SCART and console audio video quality mods. What have you done today? Well, sort of the big, Coury's kind of spearheading the episodes we've been doing lately, and will be for at least the next couple of months, because I am spending all my time working on kind of a documentary series that is
pretty cool.
How to put it? Yeah, I mean, it is basically think like the kinds of retro tech videos that we do, except in documentary form, and we talk to and
about the people who make them specifically, and about
and other people who are relevant in the scene to that kind of subject.
If you're interested in learning about the people that that we say, oh, you should check out this mod by this people like Voltar. We interviewed him, and there's there's a lot of different people that make an appearance in this.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I guess I say that to say, kind of my approach with that is, I almost want to think of we've been putting videos on Amazon, some of our older videos on Amazon Prime, and our videos as we've done them. I mean, not in lieu of YouTube, but just in addition.
Just in addition.
My kind of approach with that is thinking of the Amazon Prime audience. I don't think I've ever seen that mini game actually finished before. I've never finished it before. But yeah, so I guess I say that to say I kind of want that to be a look at the retro tech world that would maybe expose an audience that's different from the people who normally watch our videos. Of course, it's something that I think will be very interesting to our regulars.
Yeah, there's a little bit of something for everybody.
I mean, there's I want to say around 10 interviews, if not maybe 11 interviews that with different people that's going to be part of a mini series, like a 5-part documentary miniseries. I'm guessing it's probably going to be, this is right now a rough guess, but around 3 hours of edited content across possibly 5 parts. I'm still, that is subject to change, and it's going to take another couple of months to get it done, but it's going to be fun. But anyway, I say that to say there might be other people who are then oh my gosh, I didn't know this SCART thing and mod thing existed.
I saw there's 2.
Yeah, I saw one.
I see the one for by 57 Rye, who said possibility of an ETA on the Dreamcast episode. Well, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, HD Retrovision was saying that they're they're making some good progress on their Dreamcast cable, and that's kind of the last thing that we want to be able to show in that episode. So that's the last thing that we're kind of waiting on at this point. And if they're getting ready to prototype, I mean, they're pretty. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't die.
Oh man, it really looked like you should have.
Yeah. This is oh! I can't believe I survived.
I feel like this game is stressful.
There is, if you scroll up, there was just another one that came in too.
Yeah, there was.
But there was one from Craig Wan. It was $5.
$5 from Craig Wan.
We're having a hard time keeping up tonight. I apologize.
It was donated before. Thank you very much.
What was this comment?
If it isn't my other favorite dynamic duo, Coury and Chai. Have you played the director's cut of Sonic 3D Blast? If so, what are your thoughts? I'm assuming that is
That's the one, the Game Hut guy. That'll be something, if I do a follow-up, that I have that written on there, and I will be covering that as well. I mean, I might as well.
What does it do?
Well, this guy who runs a channel called Game Hut, like, worked on it. Worked for Traveler's Tales. And he's actually been kind of going back and, like, patching stuff like on the ROMs and like fixing them up and stuff like the original games. Like it's like the original designers, one of the original developers is fixing it up. It's pretty neat.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool YouTube channel about it.
Yeah, I don't think 3D Blast is like overall that popular, but I've always wanted to play more of it than I have.
Yeah.
I kind of want to give it. I mean, I've like tested it out, just record footage for videos and stuff. I don't own it.
What was the
but it always was interesting to me because that was like in the era of like early pre-rendered graphics, and I've always had a soft spot for 3D pre-rendered graphics. It's even got like a rudimentary like opening FMV on a cartridge.
Ah.
Pretty wild.
Okay, so what was the other?
There's Thomas
Pam. Looks like for $20. Jeez.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is in the super chat.
It should be. It's like it's yellow.
I know you can click super chats and you can just see it.
Thank you.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, he says he watches us every morning during his morning commute.
Oh, like the live stream or like the replays of the
I guess the live stream, the Monday, because he says, thanks for making something mundane, like mundane. Not so much mundane. Are you guys going to be at any cons? We are scheduled for 2 cons so far this year.
Yeah. I was going to have you make a video about that.
Oh shoot! Well, yeah. Let's do that in the next day or 2.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going to be at Long Island Retro Gaming Expo in
like a little bit over a month.
Yeah, it's early August. I think it's like the it's somewhere between like the
August 10th and 11th.
Yeah. So we're really excited to go to that. That sounds like a really good one. And in addition, we're also going to be back this year at...
It hasn't officially been announced yet, so I don't know if it's... But I'm sure it's fine for you to say it. But...
Yeah, well, we're also going to go to Retro World Expo again.
Yep.
In Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut.
We had an awesome time last year, so we're looking forward to it.
It was really fun. There is... I know Coury is not as enthusiastic about this as I am, but there is a freaking amazing barbecue place like down the street, and I as a North Carolinian, I never would have expected to say such a thing about an establishment in Connecticut of all places, but it was really freaking good. I'm looking forward to going again.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm traveling, I prefer not to eat stuff that like makes me feel like garbage. And barbecue tends to do that, so I try not to. If I eat barbecue, like the only thing I want to do is just like go home and like put on pajamas. So, I mean, it was like that when I was visiting you. I was like, I don't really want to go out for barbecue.
There's some people who seem familiar with this. I couldn't remember if it was called Bear's Barbecue, but I remember that the particular meal I had was called a Bear Attack. So I'll believe that it was called Bear's Barbecue.
Someone saying it's called I'll go for a post barbecue run. Yeah, I mean, I just can't do it. Like, I just don't want to feel like garbage when I'm away from home. I don't know what it is, why I feel that way, but I do. That's okay.
the only weird thing about that place was that it had like locally bottled sodas, and you know we were eating there with Game Dave, and you know Dave is a hardcore Coca-Cola man, so he thought the taste was a little strange. I don't think it was in the. I missed the pop-up on the.
I think it's called Bear Attack. I mean, that would make sense if you remember it being called that.
That was what the meal was called.
I mean, I think I may have gotten like a salad when I went there.
You probably did.
I was like, like I just don't.
Well, you can have that when we go.
I don't feel, I'm not particularly
we're definitely going
passionate about, barbecue and fried chicken like you are.
Oh, man. It is a way of life. You might need to look at the Streamlabs again. There was
yeah, it automatically updates, but I can
Raddaman 8000.
It says, I've been checking out your vids for a while now, and it's really bolstered my interest in retro games for better or worse. I'm actually really excited for the GBA Consolizer episode. Was thinking about getting it one day, and that's going to be our next episode. And you basically wrapped up the script for it yesterday, or last night, and that's what you're going to be shooting tomorrow. So you can expect that.
This is very much going to be, since I'm so deep into this documentary series, this is very much going to be like kind of a preview of sort of how, or it's not really going to be apparent to the viewer, I don't think, but this is going to be, for us, it's going to be kind of a taste of how we want to do things going forward once the documentary project is done, where it's like really like a very much effort. A collaboration between the two of us. I wrote the script. I'm going to capture a ton of the footage, and you're, going to put the rest together.
Right.
So I think it's going to be fun for you to do because it's not that crazy of an episode. What specifically was he asking about it? About the consolizer?
He just said he's really excited.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should be. It's awesome.
Very, very cool. Oh, we got
a 25 in the super chat.
Yeah,
from Transit Authority,
who is our good friend Jarrett.
And it says, shout out to SCART Nation, no jail bars for us. Well, it depends on, you might have to mod your system for no jail bars.
There's no jail bars in this. This has the composite pin lifted on it, so this is the real deal right here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the modded deal.
Hashtag SCART Nation. What's up out there, SCART Nation? Well, thank you. Oh, here we go. I gotta kill this thing. There we go.
But yeah, the consolizer, we're definitely going to get a lot of this is a paid advertisement comments because because we love it so much. I mean, you're going to get that regardless. You get that if you hate it, and there's definitely some bits of constructive criticism like, oh, I wish it could be this way or that way. But for the most part, I understand the compromises that were made, why they were made, and I feel like the right choices were made in those compromises. And there's just some things that I never would have expected, like being able to use the Super Game Boy palettes, not the enhanced palettes. but the default palettes that you can use with non-Super Game Boy Enhanced games, like those are there, which I love because I've always thought that the Game Boy Color way of colorizing games is garbage compared to the Super Game Boy. It is amazing, and you should look forward to the video.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated of a video because like the device is honestly for the most part pretty straightforward. Like it works great. There's not like excessive options because there doesn't like it streamlines everything so well. Wow, I'm falling behind.
You're falling way behind.
Y'all are crazy tonight. We got another from Aiden Kane saying he needs to sleep. So congrats on that Yarn Yoshi, and hope you enjoyed what you got to see in the stream.
We had a $20 donation from our old friend Paul Sutton. Thank you. He says, thanks for reminding me why I hate Sonic games.
Well, I'm sure it's painful for Sonic experts to watch. Although less painful than if I was playing it because I'm really bad at Sonic.
I mean, as we said earlier, I really love the first one, but that's I like Mania and I like CD a bit, but I would say that 1 is the only one that I truly love, I think. And John Linneman and myself have been talking about doing a video on all the different versions of Sonic 1. like a joint Digital Foundry, My Life in Gaming episode.
It would be insane and amazing.
I'm dead. Oh, maybe not.
There was a $5 from Our Gamer 2009.
Says,
hey, love your videos on RGB for consoles. You should try Sonic Classic Heroes, Sonic Tails, and Knuckles on a team through Sonic 1 and
interesting.
Sonic 2.
Is it kind of like Knuckles Chaotix then? Like everyone.
Well, it sounds to me like that would be like, well, Sonic Heroes as it's called. Sonic Heroes, the PS2, GameCube, Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Which, that game, I don't know if it's like beloved by Sonic fans, but I remember it getting bad reviews back then, which surprised me. I don't think at the time, like, the whole, like, 3D Sonic is like, kind of not that good a lot of the time, really had settled in yet. So I definitely remember being surprised, because I remember, like, even back then, like, I was not like a big Sonic fan, but I remember looking at that and thinking, oh, that looks kind of cool. Like, something about that image of, like, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, like, running in 3D and, like, battle formation. Like, just, I thought, like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
I feel like I was supposed to do something.
I don't think I've ever played it, but am
I supposed to be able to bust through this? We had a $10 donation.
Like, have you, like, screwed up in some way?
I don't think so. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, though. I'm sure someone in the chat can tell me, or I can just, like, look around. We had a $10 donation from Daily Sausage. Thank you. Who says, thank you for the high quality content and hello from Lexington, Kentucky. Oh, you're basically in my neck of the woods, then.
Wow, dang, we got $5 from Scott F.
Thank you.
Saying, as a former NC resident and someone who loves North Carolina barbecue and has attended Pig Pickens many times, I can't imagine anything better than NC barbecue. Blasphemy. Well, I didn't say it was better. I was impressed. It was different. But I think when it comes to barbecue, though, people are very regionally defensive. Like, I'm a very, easygoing, see both sides kind of guy, and I'm like, you know, like Texas barbecue, like it's a little different, but it's not bad, you know. Like it's good in a different way, but no. I think, you know, North Carolina people are going to fight you about that. It's like no, it's like only Carolina barbecue is valid. But me, I'm just like, oh, they're all good in a different way. Like I am very interested in trying barbecue from different parts of the country. I will say, I don't know what possessed me to do this, but like I think it was the last time we were at Too Many Games, I ordered a barbecue sandwich in, you know, Pennsylvania, and it was that was trash. That was garbage. Maybe there's not such a thing as Pennsylvania barbecue. You know, I never should have risked it. But then again, I didn't know there was such a thing as
Jeez, you gotta catch up. There's another one. There's been two more.
Goodness. There was Oliver Gingold again with $5 again. Thank you. In your GBA vid, can you bring up that alt firmware that needs to be flashed for original clock speeds, as the default uses 60 Hz for display compatibility? I would need to double check.
Well, no, he's yeah. I mean, he said that.
But unless something has changed since the last time I talked to him, which, you know, I haven't talked to him about the GBA stuff anyway in a few months. I don't think it's officially supported yet. It's like it's theoretical now. It's possible because the hardware has a solder jumper that I think you leave closed or something like that. But like I don't think he like officially supports that yet. So the hardware is capable of doing that, but like in terms of firmware, it's not an officially supported feature. And you know, I don't know what your capabilities are. If you have like is it JTAG? I'm not even sure. Like,
right?
You know,
yeah,
like
he says
programmer. Which I mean, that's beyond my level. Certainly, that's nothing I know much about.
Well,
but,
we just don't have a flasher for it. I mean, I don't know how much they are. Maybe I should.
I mean, I think they're cheap, but I just don't know anything about, you know, doing that.
Okay,
no, it's not necessarily an easy thing, but it's nothing that we have access to test. But well, we mentioned it in the script, but I would like to update the script if it is actually supported already. But I don't know about that.
Use the blue disc to break the wall. Okay. Oh, come on.
I see you dropped a game tech. It will be two different firmwares. One HDMI compliant, one original clock. So I'll ask Jason. We've got easy contact with Jason. But I don't think that is supported.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you in the chat.
But I might want to go back and like, if so, I'm falling behind on donations. You guys are crazy tonight. We appreciate it so much.
Well, before that there was
Scott F. I think I might have missed something.
Scott F says, if it isn't served with fatbacks, it ain't good. And then we had we got $25 from our old friend Steffi. He says, so Troy, when are you going to be starting the My Life in Barbecue series?
You know, part of me has thought about this is not something I would ever do, but like a random musing that I've had in my head is like, what if I started like a side cooking channel and I start off every single episode with, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but and then like I try to do something, I try to make something like completely stupid.
Well, you can always do like a little side series on it. I mean, you can always make it like Patreon.
Like who knows? Like it could be so stupid it goes viral. Who knows?
Yeah. And you can say, "Oh, my, those ribs, just like I like them."
Just like I like them. I'm not a big ribs guy. I like Memphis dry ribs. I prefer dry ribs than really like saucy ribs. But we also got $5 from the Cathode Ray Blues.
Is there it says, thanks for helping me avoid terrible financial decisions regarding my gaming setup. Your streams are also my favorite to exercise to. Love you guys. Well, thank you. It's I am like
to help out
trying so desperately to like get back to the gym, and I just need to like do it. I need to get up before the kids are up and just go before it's chaos. And we had another $5 from Paul Sutton, who says, the lesson we've learned tonight is if you're running low on funds, stream Sonic.
Well, we streamed Mario last week, and people liked that too. By the way, speaking of, I meant to say this earlier in the stream. I tweeted this, but I made I think it's a good Mario Maker level. You know, the level that I made before last week's stream was like made in like an hour or less, because I'd only had the game for like 2 or 3 hours before the stream anyway. You know, I was like, I'm gonna get Mario Maker and stream it. And, you know, I just went to Best Buy and just straight up bought it. But I did spend like 2 evenings making a RGB themed level where you are it's called the Tube Repairman. and your goal is to you've been called in to fix Bowser's broken RGB TV. And it's 2600 inches. Which is a Smash TV reference. Drum and I have been playing a little Smash TV on streams now and then lately, because you can collect 2600 inch TVs in that game. So it's like gigantic. So you like go inside it to repair it, and you have to like you have to go through the red, green, and blue like tube lines to repair it. So there's like these like different red, green, and blue themed sections of the level that you have to beat in order. So I'm going to drop the
code for it.
The level code in the chat for that. I want to say like 300 people have played it by now or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's got like a 20% completion rate, which I don't think is too bad. But that code I just dropped into chat is my good Mario Maker level. I also made a level that was based on a pretty low, what's the word I'm looking for? Not loyally, but pretty closely based on Green Greens from Kirby's Dream Land. It's I wouldn't say it's great, mostly because like Kirby enemy placement just does not work well in Mario. It's a lot harder. But I do think that the RGB level that I dropped the code in there for is actually a
I see we got a $2 donation from Postgas. Postgas? I assume that's how you pronounce it. It says, anyone know any good PBM repair peeps around Central Kentucky? And actually, if you check out the YouTube channel Retro Tech, he does PBM stuff, and he is in he's in Kentucky, I think, or he's he's in Tennessee, I think, but he's fairly close, and that might be an option. He might be an option. Like, I don't know if he does repairs for other people, but if you look up his channel, it's Retro Tech, and he does a lot of PVM stuff. But he might be somebody you want to contact. He might be close enough to you to make that viable. Oh, jeez.
But something I've really liked in sort of the Mario Maker levels that I've tried in the past week is there's some levels that people make that's like kind of an intentional progression through the level. Like, you have to like collect this type of thing. Like, they might withhold like a fire flower or something until later in the level, and you'll like need the fire flower to get past a certain part. Or you'll come across a locked door and you'll go back and find the key for it later. Playing with clever things with on-off switches, that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of fresh. Like, I'm really surprised how much I've enjoyed the game so far. Like, because I completely skipped the previous versions of Mario Maker. Just because but neither of us are really that interested in user-generated content.
Which is one of the reasons, the Hacks episode was not about, complete rebuilds of games.
Right. But I don't know. Something about Mario Maker's just been really fun for me. I mean, definitely there are some annoying levels that I've played here and there, and it's just like, ugh, I don't want to play this. But I've just had a lot of fun with it. Like, it feels fresh in a way that the new Super Mario Brothers series games just don't.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you like it more than
yeah.
The
I mean,
new
it's just
games.
It's just some of the good levels are really fun. I played one last night that was I think it's on the popular courses or whatever right now. I think it's pretty high up. It was lower down last night, but it's like near the top now, I think. It's a Metroid level. Mm-hmm. And it's like kind of one of those more like exploration based levels that, like, normally I wouldn't think that I would like want too much exploration in like a 2D Mario. Like, I want them to just be like kind of relatively straightforward. I mean, with secrets and hidden stuff, of course, but I like to think of like liking, you're just playing a straightforward action. But it's a Metroid style thing, and you have to like collect power-ups over the course of the level. And one thing that I thought was pretty clever was they actually have you go through like the same looking vertical corridor. Like, it's supposed to be the same corridor that you were in before, but it's right after you got the quote-unquote space jump. So it's the same vertical corridor, but some of the platforms are replaced with the music note blocks, so you can jump higher. I thought that was like kind of a clever way to do it. And it was actually really cool because like the level was just so long that like when I killed quote-unquote Mother Brain, was like right about when the timer started to run out. And it was like actually really intense, like trying to make the escape. Like, I didn't have that much time left when I reached the.
Guys die? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
How do I do this?
I think you can jump out Tails' arms.
Okay, so he gets me.
But yeah, like, I barely made it, and then the cool thing was, like, Samus's ship, there were some blocks arranged like Samus's ship. And the exit to the level was like it was a Mario 3 level, so the exit is like, the little box with the flashing icons. Mm-hmm. And the ship was built around the box, and the top of the ship was they put donut lifts on it. So you stand on the donut blocks and they fall down. So you just like Samus goes into the ship. You go into the ship and then the level is. So I thought that was pretty fun. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's surprised me. It's a very fun game. I think I missed a $1 from Jesse Deruna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I had no comment, but thank you very much.
I'd go to a Sega casino too. Did anybody in the chat get a chance to watch Archipel's Dreamcast documentary?
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, I mean the stuff they do just looks so good.
Yeah, and it's just
I'm very jealous of how good their cameras look in low light. I mean they're just very, very good at what they do.
Yeah.
And there's actually a familiar room in
yeah
in it as well. There's
a lot of people said I see that Ayuchi has a whole bunch of PCB collection. That's at M2's office. And if you look at some of our if you look at our M2 documentary, it's like that same wall.
You'll see that there's Tetsuya Abe,
right.
Who he only has maybe 3 sound bites in the thing, but it's
right.
He's relatively near the beginning because he was one of the first M2 people.
Yeah.
But you will see behind him, you'll see those PCBs, and you also see it Naito, the Idolite guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the bald guy.
Right.
You can see some of them behind him as well. So it was fun to see a familiar place.
Yeah.
But I think M2 sometimes streams from that room as well.
Yeah. But I mean, looking at the people that they interviewed in this is just it's so good. And
I know they've got Rieko Kodama.
Yeah, doing a documentary on Rieko Kodama is pretty near the top of dream projects for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there is. That would probably be, in terms of dream projects, probably that and Working Designs are my 2 big ones that I would like to do a documentary on. I mean, who knows? Maybe Working Designs, I thought it had a chance of happening at one point, but we haven't heard anything in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could still happen.
Yeah.
Do we have an opinion on the plug-and-play HDMI adapter for N64? I mean, we haven't used one. We'd like to try it. I mean, my assumption is it's probably going to be good. I definitely am not sure about the price.
Yeah, the price is
it's pretty crazy. I mean, to put it lightly, to be honest.
I mean, I have no idea how much their R&D costs for it. To figure it out.
I have no clue. But I definitely feel
it could have been it would have been huge if it was
significantly cheap.
If it was $60, it would have been enormous for them, I think.
Now again, I'm not going to say anything about what it costs to make because I don't know.
Yeah, or just even what they put in.
But I mean, just even on the surface of it though, it's the same price as the GCHD Mark II, which I feel in terms of features, the value is clearly there, especially when you consider the alternatives. In terms of official component cables and stuff. If you want all those features, I do feel the value is there. But I mean, you know, I'm not making any judgment without using it. And again, my suspicion is it's probably very good. I mean, when people want to play just N64, like, or not just N64, but N64 is a high priority, and they're already not deep into RGB and mods and stuff like that. I recommend the Retrode like right away, like as my go-to thing to recommend to people lately who are just getting into this, because I really like the Retrode. I think it's a fantastic device. And with 480i content, I honestly feel it might even have an advantage over the OSSC. It's a great device for N64, other than the fact that it's got kind of some audio over modulation issues. That's the only thing, kind of, and it's not necessarily a problem with all games. But
I wonder if it's been fixed. I don't know if it's been fixed.
Well, I don't know if it's been fixed on the hardware level, but I have seen, I forget where, I think someone maybe linked me like a Reddit post or something, where someone had, I remember running out of time in one of these casino games. Someone like developed like some sort of audio limiter solution for the Retrode to use with N64 specifically.
Either way,
I love the Retrode, but
I do feel like the price is just a little bit too high, I think. I mean, not like just a little bit. It's like, it's definitely like way too high. I mean, but I don't know. I feel like if they had come in around like $60, $70, it would have been like, that would be the solution for everybody. And now, basically,
everyone who doesn't want to get into mods, yeah.
But what this does is it kind of allows people, like someone else, to come in and kind of deliver the same thing, but for less, and then they're going to have to, they're automatically going to be at a disadvantage because of that. And then they can't, like, lower their price too much, or else they're going to get, like, a lot of annoyed people about it.
Desma is asking, does Retrode support 480p? Like, not doing any upscale, just convert to HDMI? It does not. That is its big weakness. You know, that makes it a little inconvenient to hook up for like a PS2. Like if you wanted to use 480p in the support games, you would have to bypass it or unplug it from the Retrode. So that is a weakness of it, but I do like it a lot for the PS2 because, you know, most games are 480i, and I feel like it's smooth. The smoothed mode with 480i is like kind of a nice middle ground between like the sharp bob deinterlacing on the OSSC versus like the full deinterlacing of the FrameMeister. It's like a nice middle ground. It just, I don't know, it just looks good to me. This is the part that I remember right now. I wish I remembered enough to help you. I think I was confused about these spinning platforms. Like, I think there's like particular mechanics about how you force some of them to move, and right. I didn't understand. There's another comment higher. Let me see if I can find it again. Pyron's Layer said, I'm perceiving serious color issues on the Retrode. Did they fix it, or is there improved newer version? I don't know. I mean, I have not tested any unit other than the one that I already have. And, you know, I did notice that the interpretation of component video color was different on the Retrode versus the OSSC. Not in a way that bothered me. I mean, maybe I'm off base in saying this. You know, I by default, I just assume that the OSSC's color handling is amazing and there's nothing wrong with it. But I actually haven't done any testing or really thought through how I would do testing to like totally verify that like OSSC's color is like exactly what it should be. But I'm not going to really. That was something that I decided not count against the Retrode. I mean, I did show a comparison. There's a comparison that like definitely shows PS2 color difference, and I think Wild Arms 5 that I used for that comparison, maybe.
There we go.
But yeah, the colors are different, but I don't think in a bad way. Like, it's not something that I would personally notice, like, without side-by-side comparison. I want to say it was maybe a little warmer looking. But I don't know. Some people might even prefer that. And then as for composite and S-video, I mean, that composite and S-video, like, are very up to interpretation anyway. Like, it's difficult to say, like, this is the true composite video or S-video color representation. And, you know, you can't really fairly compare that to the OSSC anyway. But I really want to get that. I forget who's making it. What was it? Was it Video Game Perfection that was teasing like a?
The Coury.
That's video to component.
Yeah. The Coury. Like, I asked him about the other day actually, and they're still like working out some issues with it. But yeah, I mean that's going to be my preferred method, I think, in the future. When that's released, I'm going to get one for sure.
Yeah, and Mike Chi is also teasing a SCART. I think it's RGB SCART to component transcoder, which I'm just assuming that's like, I mean, just based on, you know, his track record. I'm just guessing that's probably going to be a lot better than the generic ones you get because it's going to be made by someone who's making it for video, you know?
Right.
I'm sure it's using, like, you know, off-the-shelf transcoder chips, but I'm sure he still has some control over, like, how to tweak it and optimize it. Oh, apparently the Retrode new firmware 3.2 has fixed something. I don't even know how you update the firmware. Like, is it a JTAG thing?
I assume so, yeah.
I honestly have no idea what mine even is. To be entirely honest, I've thought about. I mean, the one that I have was a review, yeah, but I've thought about actually getting a second one just so I can, like, hook them up in a few different scenarios. I think it's a great device. I really do. It's like it's the lowest cost all-purpose scaler that, like, I feel good about recommending. Like, when people are, like, just kind of dipping their toe into it, like, it's my go-to right now. Like, you know, the OSSC might be a little too much for you right now, but, like, you should try the Retrode. Like, I think that is exactly what a lot of people need.
I saw another donation there.
Yeah, Kirkback with $5.
Thank you.
Legend has it that the Spain barrel platforms were so notorious that Sega Tips Hotline had a robot response just to explain them. Yeah, have you figured those out yet? Because I don't remember the specifics, but I remember being confused. And, like, that was one of the reasons I ran out of time on this level.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, like, you gotta bounce them somehow?
Yeah, I mean,
you either bounce them or you get on top of them and spin them left or right. I don't remember how it works. Oh, okay. Yuri Bacon in the chat is saying push up, the platform thing goes up. Same for down. Which is like, there's like no mechanics in the game that would like lead you to believe that that's like how they work. But I don't even know if they all work that way. I think it might be these ones that are doing like shallow up and downs, maybe. I don't know. We got $5 from Jace Ravenfield saying, I have a BIOS modded North American Dreamcast. If you want to borrow it from your Dreamcast video, it strips the region check and strips the VGA flag check. Is that a mod that you're familiar with?
I heard of something like that. I mean, I'm not sure if I can achieve the same thing with the DC HDMI, because you can make it so that it flags certain certain
You
ways.
could probably, I mean, with the VGA patching tool that you can use when installing games on the GDN,
Yeah.
you can do that as well.
But it's definitely a possibility. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
when-
yeah. I mean, thanks for offering. I mean, that, you know, again, we're still waiting for the HD Retrovision cables on that. I don't know what the status of that project is. I know they just released the Wii cables.
Oh, I see. So you can press down and up.
Oh yeah. See, it's not like it's not obvious, right? Like there's no mechanics in the game. See, this is again what I'm talking about. I don't understand the language of Sonic. Like sometimes it feels inconsistent to me compared to Mario. You know, Mario, you just know what you're getting into.
Yeah. We got a $2 donation from Carter Dodson, who says, I love Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but the spinning barrels are the worst.
Well, at least you know how they work. I mean, they're pretty dumb, but...
Thank you. I mean, I'm figuring it out.
I don't remember is this pretty good Casino Zone music?
I guess the music
is
pretty atrocious though on this level.
Oh, so it's not good music.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a different version of the music or what.
Well, I mean, but you're playing with the good Yamaha, right?
Yes. No,
You
I
have,
mean,
like,
I'm
a
just
Switch?
saying like the actual composition of the music isn't very good.
Oh yeah. So the mod that you have from Firebrand does it have like a toggle switch between the
Yes,
the two sound
it has a toggle switch and it comes out the back, where the
Yeah, I kind of really want that for. I've got a.
But I mean, especially since we want to do more sound stuff, like it really.
I've got a Mega Drive 2 here that I really want to use.
I'm gonna die. There's like no. Oh! Darn it. But yeah, you can switch between the like the 3234 sound chip and the 2612. Is it the 3234?
Yeah, those are numbers that I cannot keep off the top of my head.
But yeah, it's kind of it uses the Yamaha that was in it. He like removes it and it goes in its place. It's pretty cool.
Well,
definitely something that it.
I mean, the Yamaha is like integrated into the VDP on the Model 2s, right? Like, it's not a discrete chip.
Right.
So I think Yamaha is the discrete chip is taken from something else. Because you're playing a Genesis 2, right?
No, it's a Genesis Model 1.
Oh, it's a Genesis 1 that's got a discrete. Well, the discrete Yamaha must come from something else then, because as far as, unless I'm wrong, I thought that the. Well, no, I want to say, didn't Ace say that some? Like there's a few, but not that many. I think Model 2s that have a discrete chip, but for most, I think it's in the VDP. I don't know. I could be spewing nonsense here.
But it's cool because you can switch back and forth between them like while a game is on.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did explain that. That is really cool. I really want that. It can be installed in the Model 2, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I'll have to ask him. I've been meaning to talk to him about that.
I'm gonna install the RGB bypass in my Master System as well. I got one of those from Voltar. I'm gonna install that because I want to see if I can get rid of the jail bars on my Master System with brighter video levels.
You guys like Kirby and or versus block puzzle games? I don't know if you're talking about like Kirby puzzle games. I freaking love Kirby. I'm a gigantic Kirby fan. I really want to do
Kirby
like,
game, don't you? At least the
do.
US version.
I do, and I've got the Japanese version of a few, plus Superstar Stacker, which is like the one Japanese exclusive. Yeah, I freaking love Kirby. I want to do like a mega Kirby video someday. And versus block puzzle games, like I like falling block puzzle games. I've been getting much more back into them in the past like year or so. Like I used to rent like a lot of different ones when I was younger, and like I kind of fell out of them for some reason. Like I don't know. It just became something I didn't play a lot anymore. I'm not like huge into playing against human players, but I've always liked CPU versus modes and like Warriors Woods or Tetris Attack or whatever. You know, I've played a couple rounds of Tetris 99 and whatever. Do I have any opinion on the very weird and deep Kirby lore? I freaking love it. Not that I know it off the top of my head all that well. I mean, I've watched a few of the videos out there that like kind of get into it. I mean, it's fun. Like, I think that anyone who has never played a Kirby game or assumes that they're just like some cute kids crap, like, would be like shocked by like how crazy they get. Really, like a majority of Kirby games, like. You've got like some like Lovecraftian horror from like deep space that's like unknowable and incomprehensible, like trying to like consume reality. Like
you're trying to like make a complete thought about it, and you can't. You're like, it doesn't.
It's crazy. It's awesome. Like it's. The end of Planet Robobot is bonkers. Like, anyone, I'm not going to say what it is, but anyone who has played Kirby Superstar will, like, flip out. Like, the final boss, like, takes a number of phases over the course of it, and, like, by the time it gets to the last few phases, you start realizing what it is. It's just like the best moment in ever. It's so great. And Kirby Star Allies, like the final boss makes you question the reality of what Kirby even is. And where does he come from? And why does he exist? Like Kirby Star Allies legit implies that Kirby might have there's a possibility that Kirby is like some sort of failed summoning of a dark god. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's like it is over the top. It is awesome. But it's like it's not spelled out either. It's just like these implications that like make you think.
The levels in this game are so long too. I mean,
I know. Yeah, like time is a serious issue.
It was like that in Mania too. I never had an issue with time before.
Yeah, but like only in like maybe 1 or 2 levels of Mania, I think, right?
Damn you, Knuckles.
Either a failed summoning or the final end state of a dark god's lifespan. It's so great. I love it. Like people who like don't play computer
I ran out of
games
time.
would never expect it's like that it goes where it goes. It's awesome. I'm way into it.
I didn't realize I was out of time. I thought maybe something happened.
Blast Processing said, we got kill screen coming up. Yeah, I really want to replay Star Allies because I played it like the week it came out. It was good, but it definitely felt like, I don't know, it felt a little rushed maybe, like they were, like maybe they had to spend a lot of their development time like making HD assets from their, based on their 3DS output.
Yeah. I still got to get it. I mean, I played all the other ones. I mean, within reason, I played all the other ones. Not that
people have said that like once now I mean they had a long tail of content release, post release, and people have said that it's super good with all that extra content.
Get away from it.
Best Kirby game is honestly probably Planet Robobot. I feel like it's always like a massive achievement for like an old game series to come out with a game that like even longtime fans like can be like, yeah, this newest game it might be the best. Like that's a huge achievement because it's difficult to overcome that, that nostalgia, that Kirby Superstar.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite for a long time. And then when Return to Dreamland came out, I'm like, wow, they finally went back to the gameplay for Superstar, which like it always just baffled me. Like, why were they not building off of that for years and years? I mean, there were a few interesting.
I got a snowboarding level. Snowboarding. That's cool.
Like 64, never loved it as much as like the Superstar style games, but it's also a worthwhile experience. I do like it. I like it a lot more now, having revisited it more recently. I'm sorry, I just got talking about Kirby for a while.
There's another donation there. It just looked like someone said, I think it was Tony Galvin said "Hard Times."
Yeah,
is that the name of the music?
Saying "Hard Times."
Is that the name of this music? Maybe.
Maybe.
It's pretty good. This is like a massive step up from the previous level. I assume that's okay. There we go. What? Sorry, that was pretty pathetic right there.
Apparently, this music is repurposed from some musicians.
Oh, I see.
I mean, there's a lot of legend and lore surrounding this game's music as it is.
Yeah. I see, there we go.
Gotta try Kirby 3D, do you mean Triple Deluxe? I mean, I like Triple Deluxe as well. I felt like when it came out, it was not... people didn't seem that enthused, but I think that it was, for all intents and purposes...
Well, I mean, after Return to Dreamland was kind of a revival.
It was a major return to form. Like, yeah. It definitely had a bigger impact than Triple Deluxe. Triple Deluxe was you know, we're talking about Kirby lore, certainly less lore heavy, although it's definitely, you know, got some cool stuff going for it.
Oh, whew, that was dead.
I mean, it's a fun game. It's a very good game, but Planet Robobot like definitely is pretty next level. It's amazing.
This is. Come on. I'm afraid I'm gonna.
As I feel Dreamland 2 is a little underrated. Dreamland 2 was the first. I don't think it was the first Kirby game I owned, but it was the first like main series platform I owned. So I've always had a soft spot for it, although I have not played it a whole ton in recent years. I actually played a little bit of it today because I was trying to figure out some GBA consolizer settings, and I just popped it in for whatever reason. That was a game that I loved playing. I actually had probably the reason that Dreamland 2 is not talked about a whole lot is because like adventure, like
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here.
Has like more powers and stuff.
I mean, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I just don't get it.
It has more powers. I think it has more levels. So that's probably why. But I actually had not played Adventure at the time. I'd played, you know, several of my friends had the original game, which I loved. But I didn't get until you know, several years ago. I never owned it for myself because I just played friends' copies so many times. And then I think the first Kirby game I owned was Kirby. But the first adventure I owned was Kirby. So I'll always love it.
We got another donation, it looks like.
Yeah, JF again.
Thank you.
He's quoting you, apparently. He said, it said get blue spheres, but not don't get red spheres. Did you say that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's
or is that what you're just, maybe that's how you're acting.
Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking, maybe. Oh, come on.
We got 434
What?
people watching you be bad at Sonic.
How did I get sent all the way back to the beginning?
So some of those quality of life hacks might have been giving you more generous. Should have been giving you more generous checkpoints, baby.
Maybe.
Dramatis said that he 100% played through Nightmare in Dreamland, and then when he bought Adventure on Virtual Console, he had no idea it was the same game.
Oh.
I always have like the GBA version though.
I heard another donation come in.
I don't know if it's that popular, but I thought it was a fine version.
Let's see if I can do this
I
again.
thought it was Tony Galvin. $7.11. I don't know if that's like 7-Eleven. Either of you gentlemen seen Sonic for Hire? Is that a YouTube video?
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I haven't heard of it before.
I saw when the Sonic movie trailer came out. I saw some animation, like some very crude animation. It was like Sonic movie trailer improved or something like that. I looked at the guy's other videos. This guy seems to just make like a bunch of like really like lo-fi animations that don't make any sense. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. It was bad, additionally bad, I guess.
Let's turn that down a touch. I feel like your voice was getting drowned out for some reason. But I don't know how it sounds actually on the stream.
Well, if it's drowned out to you, then it's probably.
Looks like I saw a couple of other donations.
Yeah. We got no comment, but 299 from Danny883. Thank you.
Thank you.
And $3.99 from Christopher Carranza, saying just a fan of the channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll do our best. You know, it's funny though. When I was working on the hacks episode, I definitely had a moment where I was like, I hope that there is like enough in this that people are not going to feel like, oh, this isn't up to their like normal standards. It's like, I think that is definitely something that I struggle with a lot, or just like I've been struggling with it a lot more as of late. Just thinking, I just want to have enough content in there that it, like, I don't want people to feel like, oh, this was like a low effort video. There's like not as much in here as normal. And I think that that's something I've struggled with a little bit recently.
I mean,
because I was saying
about it. I mean, you know, I think normally our desire is to make really thorough videos because, like, we're just interested in looking at a variety of different angles. But, you know, at the same time, like, if it's just a subject you want to do, just do it. Like,
I know that's exactly what I want to do. You know, I want to like just do like the stuff that I want to do. Finally, is that like the only checkpoint I've ever gotten? I just think that's something. I think when I was doing it at first, I was like, if this is not enough, like maybe I can add more stuff to it if I get finished in time, like ahead of time.
You ended up.
I actually ended up like I didn't remove anything. I just streamlined a lot. I streamed a lot of stuff. I mean, in the last week, I streamlined about 6 minutes of stuff. I didn't actually remove anything from it. It's just like lines here and there and how I worded certain things. And I think that's something I got to work on a bit, where sometimes I get a bit wordy with stuff, or we both do, where we get like a bit.
Oh, sure.
Like just saying stuff, it just takes us kind of forever to get to the point.
And sometimes you don't even see where those points are until you start editing. Yeah, you're like when you're writing it, you're like, oh, I gotta say this. It's important. And then when you're editing, it's either like, oh, who cares, or I could say this in like a third of the words.
Yeah, shoot, man. Yeah, and
we got a $2 donation from Blast Processing saying, I came here for the Sonic. What the heck's a Kirby?
Is that the heck's a Kirby?
I'm sorry. People just got me going on the Kirby. I couldn't.
Oh, it's a game over.
Couldn't help it.
I know. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was kind of thinking for a while. If I finish this early, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add more stuff. And then I ended up streamlining it and not removing anything, but just, I mean, I had some stuff on the script as saying if I have more time to do it, I will do it. Mm-hmm. You know, that's where a lot of the things, and it was a lot of the stuff that people were talking about. Like I had the Mother 3 written on there, and I also had like the Police Knots fan translation on there as well that I was going to put on there. I just ended up not having the time, I guess, to do it. Come on, why can't I do this? How hard is it? There we go. Oof. But I think, you know, there was a point, you know, where I was always saying, like, I'm just, you know, the episode's just gonna end up what they're gonna end up being. You know, if they're long, they're long. If they're not that long, then they're not gonna be that long. But I think it's okay. Like, I think that there's a middle ground that is better to try and find. You know, I like the idea of like being between 15 to 30 minutes. It's like that's the sweet spot, I think. But for some reason, all the episodes we're getting recently have been like in the 40s, which is tough too, I guess.
Neil Purcell gave $2. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Asked, did you ever play Sonic Classic Heroes, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 back-to-back with Sonic Heroes Rules? Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier. I hadn't heard of it, but that does sound interesting. Other than the back-to-back thing, because Sonic 3 and Knuckles back-to-back kind of overwhelms me as it is. But I always had a curiosity about the real Sonic Heroes.
Oh yeah, that background is amazing.
Yeah, it is. Like I guess it's like a per scan line.
Yeah.
Fake mode 7. Like,
well, it's just like parallax. It's like the floor.
Right,
in Street
but well,
Fighter
it's
2.
not. I mean, I don't think that counts as true parallax. Like parallax, true parallax is like.
Oh right, but I mean it's like
multiple layers, but that is like a per scan line. Like it's fake to look like extra parallax layers. But like Super Nintendo does that too, where you can only have so many true parallax layers. But like you can have like individual scan lines move at different rates. And Genesis does it a lot, but not something that looks so 3D like that usually. Will we be reviewing the Eon N64 adapter? Probably not in its own episode, but we do kind of want to like.
It's possible. I mean, it's definitely possible.
It is possible, but we've got like some
other N64 stuff that
I mean, there's a couple of little N64 like sort of catch-up things that we maybe want to do. So it's possible that it could be part of that. I won't say. No, we won't do an individual video, but we don't know yet. Like we like to fit things into relevant episodes,
right.
when we can. Like something like the GBA Consoleizer, like that's getting its own episode. Obviously, there will be some degree of comparison to like Game Boy interface and stuff like that. Like I don't know if there will be enough. I mean, I don't know. I could surprise myself. I don't know if there will be enough to say about it in one episode, but there are like some N64 things that we kind of want to. Like we've never looked at RGB deblur.
Right. Yeah. We want to compare that, see how the RGB deblur looks compared to the Ultra HD.
I didn't realize I was on GameTech's website. Because I was looking at it to check some information about the GBA Consoleizer.
Mm-hmm.
They had a update about Ultra HDMI hardware 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't. Let me bring up his website.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
what would they possibly add to it?
It's in development. Like, apparently Marshall was asking some questions about, like, would people be interested in this?
Yeah, what were the things that people there?
Etc. Let me
of course.
Oh, come on. Ultra HDMI update from Marshall. Hardware 2 analog RGB expansion board with deblur for RGB is working. So in other words, with Ultra HDMI hardware 2, possibly, I mean, it's in development, but he has an expansion. He has at least tested conceptually an RGB expansion board with deblur with Ultra HDMI, because can you install? Does your N64 have the Tim Worthington board and?
No.
Does it have a boardy board or something?
No, it didn't need any board.
Because I can't remember. You can. I know you cannot do RGB and high def NES in the same system, but I think.
Right. Well, no, I have the RGB mod and the Ultra HDMI in it.
Well, that's what I was asking.
But
is it Tim Worthington HDMI?
No, it's the one that doesn't need any board.
Oh, okay. I thought, but so the other N64 you have has the RGB deblur.
Yeah, that's like it's a fantastic.
Okay. But anyway, there's more to this. maybe you could ask people if they care one way or the other about component YPD-PR output, and if they want gamma correction on those outputs. It's possible, but takes more work. Again, this is for hardware 2 only, hardware revision 2. Cost will be the same for the main board, but I don't know how pricing on the analog plug-in board will go. We will have to have another flex to run to the multi-AV connector. So anyway, that's interesting. I don't know if hardware 2 would allow for any expanded HDMI capabilities, but I think a lot of people have been, especially with like the EverDrive stuff, like there have been new revisions, and I think some people have been upset, like, oh, I wanted my one thing to be the perfect thing forever. But I think a lot of it, like the upgrades have been so incremental and also largely based on, at least in the case of like the SD2S and the S, like based on stuff going out of production, like chips like becoming inaccessible and by necessity needing another revision. I mean, just like the FrameMeister. I mean, hopefully Micom Soft is making a successor.
Right.
But,
I mean, they gotta be. I mean, it feels like they've...
Yeah, I mean, they have to. I mean, we've certainly heard that they plan to. But whether something comes to fruition, I mean, we certainly don't know. But regardless, I mean, that's just the reality was, some key chip that, the FrameMeister is designed around. It's like a Marvell,
right,
processing chip. It wasn't being made in. So, and some people said that the Micom Soft likely knew, like, what the life of that chip was going to be when they bought into it. Like, they probably, like Marvell probably
didn't seem like that big
had
of a
a
deal,
roadmap for the life of the intended manufacturing life of that chip. So Micom Soft probably knew what they were getting into. And, I think some people think that they, announced this discontinuation too early because, it was going to happen anyway. But anyway, so I mean, I think it's a similar situation to that. So I mean, the hardware too for Ultra HDMI, I wouldn't know if it would do anything better. Someone said, and I can't remember who said this, but like Ultra HDMI is apparently designed in such a way where like, if like something came along that replaced HDMI one day, like
it could be like easily swapped out.
It could easily just be like, yeah, like the hardware in the system, like other than like a different kind of port could be piggybacked, or the port could be replaced with something else. Or something. I don't know. I heard something like that. I can't remember who said that. But I heard something like that. So I mean, that's interesting.
I heard another donation pop up.
Yeah, there was Drumata.
Well, thank you.
It was one of the people that liked me talking about Kirby. With $5. Do you guys have any suggestions to connect non-HDMI consoles to a computer monitor with no audio out? My current setup is weird and TV-less. I mean, the OSSC is a great option for that because it has a 3.5 millimeter
an audio jack.
I
guess with the other ones, you would need a like an audio breakout. But there's a lot of like HDMI switchers. They have audio breakouts already in them, or splitters.
Well, I actually bought. I actually just bought a HDMI audio extractor. I haven't actually tested it yet. I need to do a time sleuth lag test on it as well to make sure it doesn't do anything untoward in terms of.
I mean, there's a lot of HDMI splitters or selectors that have audio out. Like I am running this through one that has like an optical audio and RCA, which is how I'm feeding the audio to my mixer, the game audio to the mixer.
Last year I bought a, for its age, I would say a fairly nice projector at the Grid, which is the Goodwill operated electronics store near me. It's like probably a mid-range home theater projector from like 2007, so it supports like 720p. I bought that last year, and I've just kind of like kept it at my parents' house because my parents have this room at their house that has no windows. So it's just kind of a fun thing to play around with in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've brought like my PS4 to play on, which is that's really easy because you can use the headphone jack on the DualShock 4 for audio. So that's not a problem. I thought about bringing the Mega SG and playing on it, which also wouldn't be a problem because it has a headphone jack. But I did recently bring the Super NT, and that was trickier. What I actually ended up doing, like I was just like looking at what I had, and like, okay, how can I get audio out of the Super NT to play on the projector? Because like I wasn't hooking up the speakers, I'm just using headphones. And I brought an HDMI splitter and plugged one end of the splitter into the projector and the other end into a HDMI to VGA converter that has like a 3.5 millimeter out. So it's very roundabout, and I have no volume control that way on my headphones, but it worked. I did buy, though, like to do it a little more elegantly, I did buy an analog audio extractor.
Right. There was a comment from Vanessa Palmer asking if you had been considering doing an episode on projectors.
CRT projectors. Yeah. I mean, I would love to get my hands on one. I don't know much about them or how I would go about finding one. I've definitely the seed was planted last year to do like a projectors episode, and that's why I bought that one. It's a DLP projector. Like mostly kind of my thought with that was like, I want to do an episode like, could you like, I don't want to make an episode about like how to make the ultimate like home theater gaming experience because I just don't have, I mean, certainly not my house, and I'm not going to like make some crazy it's something that I tinker with when I visit my parents, but it's not like I'm going to like make some crazy home theater set up at their house, Right. I mean, that's just not worth it. But it's like that's something I want to tinker around with, and I do want to like maybe get some other like cheap used projectors, like maybe some like $30 like LCD projectors or something like that, just to get something different to test with. Because the one I have is actually it's pretty cool. Like it accepts SNES OSSC at 5x. Like it actually takes 1200p, even though it won't do 1080p. But it'll do 1200p because it's like it's less bandwidth because it's not like a full. It's like a 4x3 signal bit, so it's not receiving as much information.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to try a CRT projector. A manager at a local game shop was talking about them recently. Like he likes working on CRTs and stuff, and maybe if he ever ran across one, maybe I could do some tests. Like Vanessa was saying that the scan lines on a CRT projector is crazy. I'd love to see it. There was actually a comment. I forget what video it was on. Maybe it was the Retrode video. There was a comment asking about like maybe he should get a 480i projector for 480i games. Like, he just was like thinking like maybe that's the solution I'm looking for. And I think if it was a CRT projector, it would be like that true no lag, true pure analog solution. But I think if it was any other technology, I think it would just be like any other digital thing where there's de-interlacing. Like, actually, I brought the Time Sleuth recently to my parents' house and did some lag readings on that projector, which is actually kind of fun because at first I was like trying to put the camera up to like where it was projecting, and it was difficult. And I'm like, duh, I can just like turn the camera around and catch the lens and where it flashes, like project onto the lens. It's actually like right at 16 milliseconds, like just a hair over 16 milliseconds. So it's very, very good. But 480i is bad. Although I think it actually has a pretty high-end de-interlacing chip in it. Like a what's the brand, like Ferojda or whatever. That I know that the old Hazard City website has some reviews of some Ferojda, I don't know how you pronounce it, scalers that I think were, people who were into home theater equipment in, the early 2000s. Like that was the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's got a pretty high-end chip in it, but it's not for gaming. Like, I mean, that's, meant for like de-interlacing like VHS and stuff. Yeah. I should try it on that. But yeah, that projector is a really fun thing to play around with. I actually played significant portion of Bloodstain.
I think there's a couple of donations that you've missed. There's
there's Blast Processing with $5 saying enjoy the stream. Good night, guys. Keep up the good work and keep covering Polymega. You guys will make or break call for you guys will be the make or break call for losses. Well, we have not like in a video like covered Polymega at all. We have not played one, but I have renewed confidence in it because of how they let Bob from Retro RGB and John Linneman like look at it like pretty in depth.
Right.
That is a huge confidence boost. That I feel like there's a lot of times, like, when like the Mega SG comes out, there's always going to be that group of people who's like, suspicious. It's like, oh, there's all these reviews, paid reviews. It's like, they send review units to like these people who,
yeah, I mean,
like, look at them in depth and like. Because they're like confident in their product, like, why are you suspicious there's these bad reviews? They send it to like, when people don't send it to people who, are going to look at it in depth, like I would be a little suspicious. But when it's a product they're confident in, and they send it to like people who are going to really put it through its paces, like to me, like having not even used it myself, just the fact that I know like they let Bob look at it, they let John look at it, like I'm like, okay, like for now that's enough for me. Like that's enough for me to say like, oh well, this actually is probably going to be something. But I'm obviously reserving final judgment until I look at it for myself. But I'm actually kind of hopeful. I don't know if I see it as a product that I would use myself unless it was for platforms I don't own the hardware for. Like Neo Geo CD or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm optimistic, but I'll just wait and see. I don't see it myself like using it for much, but I'm still, of course, I'm curious because it's just it just kind of has such a interesting history. And I think that, you know, who gets review units for stuff, gets stuff early. I think that a lot of times you can tell the confidence in the product based on who has it before anybody else.
Yes, I agree completely. We got $5 from Austin, the RPG Nut. Hey, MLiG team, how's it going? Question for you guys. In your guys' opinion, what RPGs would you two like to see ported to the Switch? Funny you ask, because I actually just started the other day. You know, I mean, it's debatable whether this is an RPG, but it's in the realm. I started playing Valkyria Chronicles 4 on the Switch the other day, which my decision to buy the Switch version was based on I played the demo on both PS4 and Switch. Like, I mean, technically the PS4 version is better, but I didn't think it looked that great. Like, I mean, the art style of Valkyria Chronicles is fantastic, of course, but like it very much looks like the exact same engine. Like the visual features are, you know, almost identical to the original game. Like it looks like a decade-old game, and like the aliasing wasn't like great. So I was like, I looked at it on the Switch screen, and I'm like, it looks better on the Switch screen than it looks on a PS4. So that was why I got on the Switch. And funny enough, I was playing it handheld mode, and then I put it in dock mode for one level, and it
See you, Tails.
But as for what RPGs we would like to see ported to it, I mean, the Switch is definitely a good system for RPGs, just because, like, sometimes when I'm, like, not at home, sometimes I feel like it's when I have the most time for RPGs. I
don't know if I'm supposed to press the jump button or what. I'm, like, afraid to press the jump button and die.
It's hard to think of anything in particular. I mean, it'd be great to see a new version of Skies of Arcadia.
Oh man, absolutely. I saw someone mention the Grandia HD.
Oh yeah, that was $2 from JF saying Grandia HD looks filtered. Like not only does like the sprites look filtered, but like the textures look like they're on N64 now. I say that as a loving fan of the N64.
Yeah, it's
Panzer Dragoon Saga. That'd be great. Like maybe the Panzer Dragoon remake could lead to that getting a port as well. That'd be crazy, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously anything that's like super crazy expensive, like, would be great. Like I cannot believe that Trials of Mana remake is a thing. Like, I just cannot believe that.
It was only a matter of time. I feel like it's not that surprising.
I mean, that it exists on the level that it is. That surprises me. Like, it's not like it's a full-on remake. Like, I mean, the perspective behind the characters, it's not like the same overhead perspective. The degree to which it looks like a higher budget project than Secret of Mana. That's but yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I feel like I'm probably going to get the PS4 version of that, though, especially if the PS4 version supports 60 frames per second. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then maybe I will get the Switch version. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of last gen games, like Eternal Sonata would be interesting. You know, I'd even love to see the Final Fantasy 13 games. To be honest, I like those. Crazy as that may sound, I already played through the PS4 version of Final Fantasy 12, so I don't know if I would actually play the Switch version of Final Fantasy 12, but I kind of want it.
I mean, I feel like I gotta be getting to the end of Sonic 3 at least at this point. Oh, come on. But Grandia HD looks really bad, and it's unfortunate that it's shaping up like it.
Is Grandia 2 going to be included in that?
Yeah. I mean, it's both of them.
I mean, Grandia 2, I would think would be hard to mess up visually.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's already been PC ports and stuff of that, so.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Emperor Ernest says he's stoked he picked up Owlboy physical today. $15 clearance at GameStop. That's a little sad. Oh yeah, Xenosaga trilogy remake on Switch. That would be awesome. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of PS2 stuff that would be really good.
Like, and that was it?
Any of the Tri-Ace stuff would be really interesting. Radios. Well, what happened?
I lose.
What happened?
I got a game over. I didn't beat.
Like a total game over?
I thought I had continues, but I guess I didn't.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, back to the launch base.
He picked up Owlboy based on my. I guess that was the little bit I did on the games we played in 2018 video. One thing, the first thing I'll say, I think I might have said this in the video. I don't remember if I did or not, but when you early in the game, you'll team up with a character that you can like shoot with.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like moving Otis with the D-pad or the stick, I can't remember, and shooting. So I was like shooting where he was moving, and that was kind of difficult. And then like I don't even remember how I figured this out. But you can, I think the tutorial, I think there might be a screen that says you can use the stick. But it, like, I don't know, it just like was lost on me for some reason. I figured it out on my own. You can use the right stick to aim, to freely aim, and full 360 analog movement with the right stick. So that makes a big difference in how it feels to play. So you definitely want to do that.
JF says, give me the controller, I'll do it for you. Yeah, I know. Thank you.
I mean, this is the last level of Sonic 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not too bad.
After this is Knuckles.
Well, maybe I need to. I think that I can make another attempt. I just maybe I'll on my own time I'll finish it.
Well, do you have a new set of continues now?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Are you on the same level, or did it spit you back like a level?
It spit me back to the beginning of the zone.
The act.
Yeah, zone, not
zone.
Act 1 of the zone.
Well, there was $1 Canadian from Steve. I'm guessing that's DeRoche. Thank you. I like the Servbot plushie. It makes me want a Servbot plushie. I'll buy a Servbot.
Oh man. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think because.
Oh, did you screw up again?
No. I mean, I'm not gonna try to. I'm back
at
the beginning.
You don't have it in you to get that far again.
No, not this time. I mean, it's 20 after 11, and we got to start on the Consolizer episode tomorrow. I mean, essentially, we're gonna start.
Yep, that's right. I mean, it is. I mean, the script is written. I mean, that's good. We've got, the script was
ahead of time, and that's kind of our goal recently. I mean, like that's been my goal, at least while you're doing this other thing, is to have the script for the next episode ready within 2 weeks of when the next episode needs to be out, so that I can actually it gives me some time to edit and. Ideally, I would like to finish with the Conslicer episode by this time next week, so then I have a week to work on the next script. Because I got some, I guess I put a post on on the community page and stuff, kind of detailing our next several episodes. And after this is going to be either going to be the Mega, is probably going to be the Mega SD. I'm assuming
you don't have it yet, do you?
I don't have it yet. And then finally going to be working on a Super Gun episode. Maybe it'll be the one right after that, or it'll be the one after the one.
And then there's also at some point in the pipeline going to be. Luckily, I haven't seen any comments. They're like, I thought the next episode was going to be the memory cards.
Yeah. I mean, that's also in the pipeline too. Yes, I mean that script is. It's a good portion of it is already done. I know I'm going the wrong way. I'm just screwing around now. But really. I'm excited about the Super Gun episode, and it's mainly going to be focused on the HAS, the home arcade system, Super Gun. But it's also going to be kind of a primer for people that are kind of looking to get into it. And I'm really happy that it worked out the way that it did, because we did stuff with other Super Guns several years ago, and nothing was kind of where we wanted it to be. In terms of recommendability, so I'm happy that the that the HAS episode is going to be the Super Gun episode that we end up doing, because it's widely considered the best, and it's been looked at by a number of people that really know this stuff, and it's considered the best one. And now we can do this episode on it and say hey, here's how you get into it. Here's all the things you got to consider, and you can just get this is the Super Gun to get. Now here's 3 Super Guns, and they all have various issues, which is kind of how it was before, how it was going to be. When we tried to do it almost 4 years ago, it seems like 3 years ago, maybe it was maybe almost 4. I don't know. But the HAS is awesome, and I'm happy that is the Super Gun episode that we're gonna get to do, because I can recommend it.
We would have it would have been
confidence.
We realize with confidence, because we realized when we were trying to do a Super Gun episode, it's like, ooh, this is kind of premature. This isn't really.
It was premature for us, for sure. I mean, there's people that really know this stuff well, that could guide people in the right direction.
Yes. But now it's more accessible, and it's just a better situation.
Right.
We got $2 from Blade Blur.
Oh.
Saying he got back from my 2.5 trip. Missed you guys.
Oh yeah, he was on the East Coast since too many games. So we just got back.
Oh.
He's living in the past again. Game collection tour. I mean, I guess I could do that. Make that my video log for supporters. This week, maybe that's what I'll do. I thought about doing it because I know that we shot a bunch of stuff when I was visiting you. Mm-hmm. We did several video logs. There's one video log that I haven't put up yet that we shot, where it was just about that big wall of boxes that appears in some episodes, where you're sitting in front of this all these game boxes behind you. Mm-hmm. Shot a video log, just kind of just talking about it. But no, I haven't done an updated like game store, like room storage tour at all. Which maybe I'll do it this week. It depends on what my schedule is like.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Now I feel like I'm almost caught up to where I was gonna go.
Just from talking, huh?
Yeah. Let's see, I'll see if I can easily get there again. See what happens. I feel like finishing, like beating that part would be like a good stopping point.
Yeah. Have you ever beaten Sonic 3 like just on its own before?
You know, I feel like I have, but like now that I'm been playing this, I feel like maybe I haven't. Because I didn't own it. I mean, I had a friend who had it, but
is the ice level exclusive to 3 and Knuckles? Because I don't remember it from. I remember playing when I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I don't remember it from my first play, which was on Virtual Console. I remember when I played on Virtual Console, I was like, this game is easy. But I think that was because it's relatively short.
Yeah.
Just on its own. And I don't think I understood at the time that, like...
Get off it.
I mean, I knew about Sonic and Knuckles, and I knew about the lock-on technology, but I don't think I understood at the time that it was meant to be played as a singular game. Like, I thought it was... you can play Sonic 3 with Knuckles, and you can play the unique Sonic and Knuckles game, and you can play the other Sonic games with Knuckles. I didn't understand that, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles was, like, considered, like, this unique
its own game, yeah.
Yeah, so I remember at the time just feeling disappointed with Sonic 3, and I was like, it was kind of short and easy. But then, like, once you actually put on Sonic 3 and Knuckles, then it almost becomes overwhelming.
We'll see how I do here. I don't know. If I get back to that boss again, I'll give him a try until I run out of lives. I feel like I gotta be pretty close. Oh, come on.
I do remember saying SCART Knables.
I was just looking through. So I went through all of my hard drives that I had like projects backed up on, and I made a very consolidated drive that has everything, all the B-roll that we've shot. I sorted everything out like all the shots that I felt were things that were viable and useful for the future, and I put them on their own hard drive so that I can use, just in case I need a quick shot of something instead of spending the time to shoot a new one. I can just pull from the archives, I guess.
Yes.
And I don't really know where I was going with it. I also made one that's all like game footage. Also, it's like I think I kind of said it in the post that I made about our future plans, that we call our game captures, we call it G-roll. So like there's B-roll, which is just footage that you shoot with your camera.
We consider B-roll. I mean, technically game footage is B-roll too, but the way that we organize our footage, we call B-roll anything that was like shot with a camera that wasn't like us talking on camera or an interview. Like that, we call that B-roll, which is the technical definition of B-roll. But just like to separate game footage from camera footage, we call it G-roll. Yeah, because this is game roll.
So I've been, I took all my game captures and stuff, things that I felt were good enough quality that I could maybe use them in the future. And I've been putting them on a separate hard drive. Like I have 2 4 terabyte hard drives. And I have this stuff separated out so I can just pull from it and easily find, I need a shot of this really quick. can I just pull it off this hard drive and use it? But I forgot where I was going with that, right? Where it even started at. Sorry, I forgot the destination of those thoughts. But it's been fun to kind of see where all this old. I was surprised at the amount of shots that I had, and I was like, oh, I can just use this in this most recent episode.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't play the and Knuckles half on stream.
No, I mean we're already 30 minutes over technically.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to beat. I assume that this is.
I mean, it's the star of. I mean, most people probably don't think of it as the star of another game, but it kind of is.
Oh, I guess that's not what I do.
It's a lot longer and it's tough.
You gotta not jump all the way and hit him. You have to hit him in the face on this part, I guess. Stay away from me. I thought that. No! Oh! Uh-oh. Here we go.
Labeler says, I love Complete Hack because in the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this part isn't there. Huh. So is this normally in regular Sonic 3? I just can't remember. This wasn't ringing any bells from my recent playthrough of 3 and, well, relatively. But I played Sonic 3 way back on Virtual Console. After you beat that tower boss, it just goes to Mushroom Hill. Huh. Makes sense that they put that in. Does the end that cannon shoots out of always alternate?
I don't know. Any chance you guys could do an episode on exploring old PC games on CRT monitor with some cool sound cards? I mean, that's something that I think would be fun, but that is something that we have absolutely nothing for. And on it,
yeah, I mean, I'm always fascinated by that stuff, but we're just not really equipped.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm definitely fascinated by it, but like I'm not. I just don't have a ton of PC game experience, especially of that age of PC game.
I mean, I do a little bit, but I don't have any of the necessary equipment. So I think that something like that, I mean, you look at, like, LGR is much better equipped to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
if we were to do something like that, like, that'd be fun to, to collaborate with him on something like that. Who has, like, all the equipment to make that happen.
We got hello from Argentina.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
But yeah, something I do want to do though is I want to look at you. I would like to do a video on using console games on PC VGA CRTs and like sort of compare that to PVMs. That's an idea I've had for a while that it just time I haven't been able to get to it, but I do have
let's see if I can
a couple of VGA CRTs. One of them is very nice, I think. And just using stuff like scan line generators and line doublers and stuff like that. I would something I would like to explore more. Not necessarily for my own use, but I just think it would be interesting, and I think a lot of people do ask about that kind of stuff. You know, because you know, PVMs are hard to find. Are they still making Ultra HDMI? I mean, they come around every now and then. You know, you can usually, they're available. I think there might be some places they're available from. You usually buy them from Game Tech US, I think. But I was just reading on the stream earlier. If you go to Game Tech US, there's he has posted an update from Marshall about, you know, a new hardware version of Ultra HDMI he's working on. Marshall is working on. Of course, that could possibly be a very long ways off. I mean, who knows? So I don't know if they're still making regular Ultra HDMI in the meantime.
Come on.
I don't know what all the hardware 2 would allow, but I'm guessing it wouldn't be anything like super extreme. Like in terms of like if you want HDMI, it's probably going to be like just as good of an experience. That is just me.
Come on. I was like so close too. I had it. I'm sure you've tried to be hit one more time.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Never stay in the corner.
You know, looking at Sonic do his little wink there.
Yeah.
The shot the camera shot that you have of the title screen for the thumbnail, like, is like halfway between the first frame of the eye doing the wink, because you can like still see through his eye, but you can see just like a bit of his eyelid like starting to fade on.
Yeah, that's why I picked it. I took many of them, but I won where he was looking a little derpy like that. He's like,
oh, we got 2 pounds from Hyper saying game over, yeah.
Thank you. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, you know, in my opinion, you know, failure is the way to end a Sonic 3 stream.
No, it would have been nice to do it. I'm sure that I only had to hit him one more time or something like that.
You were close.
Yeah. Well, I think that'll do it for this week. Man, thanks for donations were insane today. Thank you so much. And thanks for there's like 470 people here at one point. It was crazy. I think this is like the most we've ever had for, I mean, I guess the one like Mario 2 one that you did when it was just the 2 of us had quite a few people as well.
That was pretty popular, but that was also a while ago. Like, I don't know if it was pretty high at the time, but like I think we've maybe done a couple more since then.
Yeah, but I mean, when it's just like the 2 of us, usually there's usually a bigger draw than ourselves. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad that the general reaction to the new episode has been positive, and I think that it's a subject that I will be revisiting, because I definitely have enough subjects to focus on in future follow-ups to it. Anyways, thanks so much, and we'll see everybody next week. Good night.
Good night.